ipconfig, then ifconfig, okay, ping, ipconfig or ifconfig depending on which operating system you are working with, and ping. Has madam assigned you the third command? Is any other command assigned to you? Okay, then read the help of traceRT, traceroute or traceRT, TRACEROUTE or TRACERT. Please spend 2-3 minutes on that and then we'll discuss it.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, madam. Madam, I have asked them to read about traceRT or traceroute for 2-3 minutes.
Okay, madam.
Which number?
I think and few options were remaining in the ping as well.
Okay.
I mean that was their assignment. I hope they have completed. I hope you have completed, all of you. If not, then you complete them as well. That was record route and timestamp as well. So along with the given assignment by madam, you are going to complete this ping hyphen. Ping and the option for record route and the timestamp. Okay, madam. What you were asking?
Up to what number have we reached in the?
It was 40.
40.
41 onwards, we need to ask.
Neville, what is this 0.0? Is that just by fluke, or you want to say something? Janil, do you want to say something? Acha, you are. Okay, whose number is 41? Princey, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes. Everyone, please turn on the video. Whenever it is your turn, then you can turn it off.
Okay, ma'am.
Have you tried record route option of ping command?
Record route option of ping command?
Mm-hmm.
No, ma'am.
Which options have you tried?
Ping T and A.
What does T stand for?
T, it's used for penetrate.
Can you elaborate on that?
Ping T. No, ma'am.
Okay, which options have you tried in ifconfig?
Ifconfig.
Mm-hmm.
Only one ifconfig.
Is it possible to have various options in ifconfig?
Don't know, ma'am.
Okay, what does ping command do?
It's used for reach a specified destination computer. Like simply way to say, verify that a computer can communicate with another computer or network device.
Okay. Is it used to send data or to check whether it can be connected?
Only for checking.
Then if I want to send data to that computer, then which command should be used?
Command.
Okay, which protocol? Which protocol should be used?
cput or?
No. Wait. Let me say the correct question. Like you said that ping is used to know whether the other computer is reachable.
Yes.
Now it is reachable. You have got reply from that.
Okay.
You want to send some data to that. You want to send a file to that particular computer. Which protocol will come into the picture in that case? Or can we do that without using any protocol?
That I don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Are you aware of any protocols at network layer?
Protocols at network layer.
Hmm.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. 42 Sanket.
Yes, ma'am.
Sanket, which options have you tried with ping?
Dash I, dash N. Like,
What is dash I used for?
dash I for set to live.
Live means? To set live means? What is meaning of that?
Set time to live.
Okay, time to live. What is time to live field?
Don't know. Ma'am.
TTL, like if you set to 3, TTL value is 3, then what will it do?
Then it sends 3 packets to destination.
Okay, here when you say destination, what do you mean by that? Destination means what?
In ping command, we have to enter input as IP address or URL.
Okay.
That address the packets are sent.
Okay. How long is the IP address?
32 bits.
Okay. 127.0.0.1. Is that a special IP address?
Yes.
What is it?
It is used for host.
Okay, which are main jobs of network layer?
Main jobs of network layer is routing and breaking segments into packets. No, yes.
So breaking segments into packets and fragmentation are the same or different, or you want to say something else?
Same.
Okay. Madam?
Yes, madam. I don't have any query, madam. I'm done.
Yes. 43 seems not to be present. Why was your Viva not done at that point of time? Dhairya, where were you when your turn was there? Okay, Sanket, you may please leave and you may just
Okay.
silent and continue working.
Okay, ma'am.
Dhairya?
Madam, he asked permission at that time.
Acha, okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my voice audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Can I turn on the video for the Viva?
Yes. But not right now. We'll ask you afterwards.
Okay.
Currently keep working.
Okay.
Carry on with the laboratory work. 43 is absent. 44 Kairav. Kairav, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing right now?
I'm just this lab. I'm trying to do the lab.
Which lab?
Just ping and that one.
So what have you just done? What have you typed last?
I was checking the ping command
What did you learn?
that it sends the means it tests the destination that it is responding or we are reachable or not.
If you are not reachable, then what is the message which you are getting?
It sends the responses that the request is timeout.
Is it always same? The request is timed out, or you might get something else?
That I don't know, but when I failed, it shows the timeout.
Okay. At which layer do you think ping might be working?
Sorry, ma'am.
At which layer ping might be working? Or which internal protocol might be used by ping command, in other words? Okay. Do you know any protocol names of the network layer?
Ma'am, UDP and TCP protocol.
Okay. Some protocols of the application layer?
IP.
Yes. Are there any protocols at the application layer?
Yes, ma'am, there is, but I didn't remember that right now.
Okay. Which is main duty of network layer?
Network layer. It encodes. Ma'am. It ma'am, yes, yes. It adds the IP address of source and destination to our data.
Okay. Thank you, Kairo. Karnav,
Yes, ma'am.
45 roll number. How do you pronounce your name?
Means Karnav, ma'am. Karnav.
Karnav. Okay, Karnav. Okay. So, what were you doing, Karnav?
No, I was just checking the commands.
Which command?
Last I showed the IP/all, IP config/all.
What did it show you?
So basically, it is used to know the MAC address of the machine and other informations. But basically, it is used to check the MAC address.
But it was in the last laboratory. No, what you did in this, the IP config and all was discussed
Yes,
last
ma'am.
time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What you added this time? So far, what you have done?
I checked the IP config/all, and reading the
IP config. We have not instructed you all to do IP config. It was covered last time. So are you doing the last experiment again?
no, ma'am. I was reading the help manual of ping.
Okay. And what did you add anything in this laboratory?
No, ma'am. Still not done something new.
Okay. And what is record root? What is the idea of record root? What is that? What is record root?
Sorry, ma'am. I don't know the. I don't know.
What is HLAN?
HLS is it is a header length in IP header. It shows the header length.
And what is the possible values of it?
Not aware of about possible values.
Okay. Can you tell me about some special IP addresses?
One the IP address with start with 127 is reserved for experiment purposes, so it is not used by the general users. And class B and class E IP addresses are also reserved for experiment purposes.
Do we use classful addressing? Classful IP allocation?
Yes, ma'am. We use classful IP addressing.
What is subnet mask?
Subnet mask is used to know the network ID of any IP address by adding it with net IP address by doing
ending. Okay.
by doing ending of IP address and subnet mask.
So what is the importance of knowing network address?
So by knowing the network address, we can classify which this IP address belongs to which class.
Okay, Karnav, you can continue with your work.
Okay, ma'am.
Keval.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, am I audible?
You are audible. Okay.
Thank you.
What is subnet mask?
Ma'am, subnet mask is basically is a 32-bit number. So by setting the all host bits to 0 and all network bits to 1. So main aim of this subnet mask is we can differentiate the network ID and the host ID.
What is the requirement of that? Why we need to?
Basically, by using this subnet mask, we can decide that okay, this is my host ID. So that by that numbers of bit of the host, we can decide how many numbers of hosts we can connect with this network. And if I come onto the network side, then by we are fixing the on this by finding the network ID, we can decide this many machines are currently exist in my this
in
network.
forwarding process, do we have any importance of this network mask?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
In forwarding, basically there is a forwarding means where sending one routing packet to the one network from the other network. So at that time one interface is used. So on that interface we can use this network ID.
How many IP addresses a router can have?
How many IP address router can have? I think, ma'am, one on the one side and on the other side.
Is it maximum limit is 2? Is that the minimum limit or it is maximum limit or
No,
lower
I
or upper
think
limit?
minimum.
Okay, Keval, you can continue with your work.
Okay, thank you.
Janil,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the importance of subnet mask?
Ma'am, subnet mask is used to identify number of hosts in the system. So like if we have the subnet mask and if we apply that on the network, I mean the IP address, so we can know that how many hosts can be connected in this.
In forwarding process, do we have any importance of this subnet mask?
Ma'am, actually I have no idea about that.
What is forwarding process? Can you explain?
So forwarding process, we but basically send our data from one host to another host. So like in between, so that in between what lies are the forwarders. So through that it is called forwarding.
How router decides where to forward?
Ma'am, it checks in its router entry table. So if it matches that route, so it would
How it
send
decides what matches?
the route that is the next hop.
Which entry in the routing table? Can you give me the fields of the routing table?
So routing table has this IP addresses on one side and if some packet arrives and if the next so like it is defined on the basis of like IP address and the next hop. So if this IP address is encountered, so send it on this next
Which
hop.
IP address? A packet contains how many IP address a packet contains?
Packet contains only one IP address. Like two IP addresses.
So which IP address is matched?
Destination.
Destination IP address from the incoming packet is taken. Then what is the next step?
So it is matched and then it is it sees that where to send it, that is the next stop. So it forwards
So,
it there.
Okay, Janil, you can continue with your work. And 48, Sandesh.
Yes, madam.
What is fragmentation?
In a packet, we can large packet. We can framing that into sub frames and get smaller packets. And dividing the one more storage.
Which fields of the IP header will be required? Will be useful in fragmentation or are required for the fragmentation? IP header fields.
I think it's. I had to read that.
What is congestion?
In two frames which are going in same destination, then and they collide, that kind of.
Is it collision or congestion?
I think collision.
So what is congestion?
I forgot it.
Okay, if collision occurs, then what are the which are the algorithms we have to deal with these collisions?
I think there is a Aloha, pure Aloha, there are things, and slotted Aloha for that.
What is pure Aloha and slotted Aloha difference?
In a pure Aloha, there is no kind of fragmentation. Means there is no framing of timing. Means not dividing time. In continuous time, with if frame collides, means data collides, then it has to wait for a random time, unless the another.
Okay, understood. What is the ping command? Which option of the ping command you have tried?
Ping TIRS.
What S does?
It's used for counting the hops, timestamp for hops.
Have you tried -L?
No, I didn't try that.
So you try that too, and all of you, if you have not tried -L in ping, I think we have discussed last time even, but if you have not tried, try that too. Okay, Chandresh, you can continue with your work. 49, Kenil.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, madam.
Tell me the jobs of transport layer.
Transport layer. It is receiving data from the application layer and divide into the segment and deliver data to the destination.
What are the protocols of the transport layer?
There are two protocols, TCP and UDP.
Differences between them? Difference between them?
TCP is a connection-oriented protocol where UDP is a connectionless, and TCP is a reliable protocol and UDP is not reliable protocol.
What do you mean by reliable protocol?
Means in a connection-oriented, there is no data loss. In TCP, that's why we call it reliable. And it send data packets in order, where UDP is not send data packets in order.
Okay, have you tried ping -L command?
No, ma'am.
Okay, which IP command, which ping command you have tried?
I tried -T and -N.
What is -T?
It is a continuously send means whether we are we can connect to the particular address that we specified, and until we don't terminate, then that means.
Okay, now okay, fine. And what about okay, if -I command, have you tried -I command?
-I command? No, ma'am.
So you should try all these commands. Actually, it was a last time job, and you should have completed, all of you should have completed this, all the options of ping. This should not happen, right? You just complete them quickly. Okay, continue with your work and complete the commands quickly.
Okay.
Deepak?
Yes, ma'am.
What is fragmentation? Start your video first. Deepak, where are you? Start your video. Okay, what do you understand by fragmentation?
No, ma'am. I don't know that.
Okay, can you tell me about network layer protocols that you have studied, that you know about?
Network layer provides service to data link layer and transport layer.
I will not ask the function of that. I will ask protocols that are and that are working out there. They are designed for network layer.
TCP/IP.
What is Ethernet?
No, ma'am, I don't know that.
What is RS232?
Ethernet is used to connect. If we want to connect two devices, we can use Ethernet port, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean by it? Okay, so what are the Ethernet is a port? Is that your point?
Yeah.
Okay, what is RS232?
RS232, ma'am, it's a protocol for serialized communication.
What does it specify?
Protocol. Yes, ma'am.
What are the specification of it?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to communicate between two devices, like for communication, so we can use this protocol for.
What are the specification of it? What it specifies? Protocol specifies something, right? It specifies the rule. What is the rule? If it is a protocol, what are the rules defined? What is start bit?
No, ma'am, I don't know that.
What is DTE and DCE?
DT stands for data transport equipment and DC stands for data communication equipment.
So can you give me example of which equipment is DTE and which equipment is DCE?
No, sorry, ma'am, I don't know that.
Okay, Deepak, pay more attention and start working.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
51.
Hello, madam.
Yes. Manan.
Yes.
Okay, what is RS232?
RS232 provide interface between DTU and DC.
So it is a wire. It is a printed circuit board. What is?
I don't know.
So you don't know about RS232? Can you give me example?
Yes.
Can you give me the example of parallel communication?
No, madam.
Manan, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, madam.
Can you repeat your answer?
I don't know.
Okay. So you don't know parallel communication, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is mode? What does mode does in we have done some serial communication programs, right? In that we adjust a mode, right?
Yes.
What are the values? What is the meaning of each value that we set in mode? And it is a mode of what? The seventh laboratory was routing algorithm. Which algorithm we implemented? Manan,
Yes.
do you know which algorithm we implemented?
Dijkstra.
Okay. So can you show me your code? Have you done? Did you perform it by yourself? Be honest.
No, madam. I was late, so I submitted it today morning.
Which experiment you did by yourself?
Most of the experiment.
You did by yourself?
Yes.
Most of that means how many? In 7 or 8? How? What is the meaning of most of?
I mean, I did them by myself, but
You submit. I'm not asking that you clicked on and it was submitted. It was uploaded. I'm not asking that way. How many of them you have explored by yourself? And when you say I have explored them, that means you know each and everything of that. That is the meaning, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So let me frame the question another way. How many experiments you know thoroughly? Should I consider them 0?
No. I know, but not completely.
So should I consider them 0? The experiment that you know thoroughly, is it at 0? Okay, you continue with your work. Pay more attention, right?
Okay.
52. Absent? $53.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you tried ping command in that -L?
Yes, ma'am. That packet size,
Okay, so
if you want.
if you write ping -L 30, what will be the packet that will get transmitted? What will be the packet data size that will get transmitted?
Data size 30 by 30.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you try that?
Wait. 2 minutes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible. Can you try some other destination where more detailed output will come?
Detailed output.
Anyway, any other than Google.
X giving me. Yes,
Okay, here if you will see bytes, are they 30 or 38?
30.
They are written 30?
But ma'am, this is the byte that I received from the receiver.
So why it is 38?
No ma'am, it is 30.
Okay, is it 30 written? It is. Is it 30? It is written 30, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we will. Okay, try with the larger value. Okay, let it be. What is TTL? What is the meaning of TTL here?
Time to live means after this much time, the packet will be dropped.
Okay, what is the information that you are getting from IP config?
MAC address, IP address, subnet mask.
Just do that IP config. Scroll down. What is default gateway? What is the meaning of default gateway?
If we get the IP address and if it didn't match with anyone, then pass it to the default gateway.
Okay, Krish, you can continue with your work. Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing currently?
I'm testing ping command.
Which command?
It is ping dash I.
Ping dash I. What it does?
Sorry, ping dash L.
Ping dash L. What it does?
Send the buffer size to the address we have specified or the website name we have specified.
What are the other ping commands you have tried?
I have tried the ping dash T command. So
ping dash. See, all of you quickly complete all of them. We are not going to waste entire laboratory again on the ping. It is already covered, right? So all of you complete it quickly in 2 minutes. You just 2 or 5 minutes. Just give on each option and complete it quickly in 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Right? Already we have covered. This is just for the. You should just quickly go through remaining ones if you have not tried. R and for the record root and timestamp. Is it making sense to you? Do not waste again the same. Do not waste entire laboratory again on the ping. Okay, what is the job of transport layer?
What mean? Can you repeat?
What is the job of transport layer?
Transport layer is responsible for error control, flow control, and like if the data comes, then it will send it to its relevant port.
Okay. What is the difference? What is the importance of port address? How it is different from IP address and MAC address?
Like IP address is unique for each device, and MAC address is for the network interface card that we have in the PCs, and the port address is specified port in our computer. So, like.
Okay, what is fragmentation?
We have segments, so we divide into the smaller chunks, like smaller fragments, so that if the we can, let's say we can send 64 MB of data through a line, so we cannot send 128 bits byte of segment to that line. So we have to divide into 64 bytes, so that it can be transferable over that line.
Okay, can you give me an example of parallel communication?
Parallel communication, we use in CPU because CPU needs to get faster, so we need the parallel communication in that. So like we transfer the data through the different parallel line.
Understood. What is asynchronous communication?
we don't need clock in that. So the transmitter and receiver are have some protocols or rules that, or we can say agreement they have. So they are agreed on some rules that they will follow. So
Okay,
clock,
Shreya. Okay, Shreya, you can continue with the work. Jayesh.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Can you audible, ma'am?
Yes, but not visible.
Visible, ma'am?
Video चालू करो. Turn on your video.
How? Visible, ma'am?
Yes. What is subnetting?
Subnetting, the practice of divide network two or more network.
Why we need to? Oh, okay. What is subnet mask?
A 32-bit number use different network component, divide the IP address into network address and host address.
What is network address translation?
Network address. Oh, I don't know.
What is the size of IPv6 address?
32 bits.
IPv6. What is CSMA CD? What is DTE and DCE?
DTE and DTE.
Which command you use to transmit byte from one machine to other machine using serial communication? Which function you use? What is HLAN? HLEN. What is do not fragment bit?
Question repeat.
Do not fragment bit.
No.
Okay, just continue with your work. $56 absent. 57. Yes, Etri. Yes, you are. What is CSMA CD? CSMA CD. Huh? Carrier? Carrier? Huh. Hmm? Yes, you are audible and you are visible, and be stable and answer. No need to read from anywhere, no need to listen from anywhere, right? Just be stable and answer. Answer. Okay. And how it is different from CSMCA? Okay, what is medium access control? Why it is required? What are you clicking? What is the requirement to click anything here? What are you clicking there? What is the requirement of clicking anything here? Be stable, get relaxed and answer. Okay. So what you were talking about, medium access control. What is medium access control? What is the difference between physical address and logical address? Which address is physical and which address is logical? Okay, what is requirement of each? So both are used in each device. So you don't know the difference between them? What is the difference between port address and MAC address? What is the difference? What is distance vector routing? Distance vector routing. DVR, distance vector routing algorithm. Vector, distance vector routing algorithm. What is congestion control? Tell me about congestion control policies. Okay. What is mode in RS-232 based serial communication? We are adjusting some values in the mode, right? What is that mode, and what do you understand by those values? Do you have idea? Mode, 8 and 1. We set 8 and 1 to mode. What is the meaning of 8 and 1? Okay, Hetri, you can continue with your work. Akarsh?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible and visible?
What is mode of RS-232?
Yes, ma'am. So it is like, suppose I give example like 8 and 1. So that means total number of data bits are 8. N indicates the parity, means N means no parity. If it can be E means even parity, O means odd parity, and the last bit 1 indicates number of stop bits.
What are the options we have for the stop bit?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. What is? Have you heard about 1.5 stop bit?
Yes, ma'am. Means you just told in the lecture, but I just remembered roughly that it was not very proper to use 1.5. Means I don't exactly remember the concept, but you explained in lab. That's why I remember like this much.
Okay. Which options of ping you have tried so far?
Ma'am, I have used -I. Then I have used means timeout option was there. I'm not. I think W -W it was. And no, exactly. I am not remembering the name, but I have used the count option. Means the total number of packets to send it is used. One option is used for that. Another is for time to leave, and then in milliseconds we can apply this timeout option and that much, ma'am.
What is record route?
Ma'am, it records the route of the packet which it has traveled.
How many routers you can record maximum?
No, ma'am, I'm not aware about that.
Okay, Akash, you can continue with your work. Sahil.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is timestamp option?
Timestamp option give the time when packet is reached to that router machine.
What is record route?
Record route record the whole path when packet travels from source to destination.
How many maximum routers you can record?
Maximum we have IP of 4 bytes and 40 options. 9 IP we can store maximum.
Have you concluded that?
We have 4 bytes of IP and we have total 40 bytes of options. So we divide 40 divided by 4, so 10. But maximum is 9. Reason is there, but I can't remember it.
Okay. What is CSMA-CD?
CSMA-CD is the collision detection protocol in which is used in MaxWA.
Oh. Can you elaborate that?
In a CSMA-CD, we sense the carrier, and is the carrier is empty, means no other frame is there, then we can transmit the packet, and we continue to listen that, and if the detection collision is detected, then we stop and we again retransmit the frame.
Is collision and congestion same?
No, ma'am.
Can you tell me the difference?
Congestion means it is in the network, means there is a suppose there is some capacity of network, that much amount of data it can transmit, and more than data is there in network, then congestion is occurred. And in collision, when two stations transmit the frame at same time, then in between they collide with each other and frame become garbled.
Okay, Chenil. So I'll continue with your work.
Okay.
Chenil is left. Nirav, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I am audible.
What were you doing?
I'm just last route, trace route.
Okay, what does trace route do?
Trace route is used to when sender send the packet to the destination, is measure the time and it printing the time. What is time in intermediate hop?
So it is used to measure the time. That is what you are saying? If we have to just explain in one statement, how will we do it?
Yes, let sender send the packet and there are some hops in between the routes, then it print the time of the route when it reach the destination.
Okay. What does ping command do?
Ping command is used to check the connectivity of the network. Let's say sender and receiver are connected to each other, and we can send packets and
packets are sent to the destination, and destination send packet back to the sender, so we can check the connectivity of the both, and round trip time, and how data is lost in the connection we can sense using ping command.
How do you think round trip time is measured? You say
When-
round trip.
Yes, sender send the data at the time they note the time, and when the sender get back their data which is sent by the destination, and at this time they also make a time and they take the difference between these two times, so we can get round trip time.
Okay. What is the job of Maxab layer?
What ma'am?
Maxab layer. Which are jobs of Maxab layer? What does it do?
I'm not know.
Okay. Do you know the duties of network layer?
Yes, ma'am. Network layer is used for networking configuration, like they add the IP address of the source and they add destination address.
Okay. What is use of port address?
Port address is used at the transport layer, and it is used it is used in transport layer.
Okay. Why is it used? If you have IP address, why do you need the port address?
So we can send the data to the application layer in specific ports, like sender and receiver has multiple ports, so we have to specify in which ports we have to send the data.
Okay. Need to continue with the work. Yash.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, tell me some of the commands of some of the protocols of application layer. Can you name some of the application layer protocols?
HTTP, FTP, SMTP.
What is SMTP? Are you aware of that?
Simple mail transfer protocol.
What is SMTP?
Used to send mails.
Okay. Do you know what DNS is? DNS. Okay. What does it do? Have you any idea?
.com. .com.
Okay. What is CSMSCD?
Don't know. Ma'am.
Okay. What is collision? Do you know some of the routing algorithms?
Collision.
Routing algorithm. Are you aware of any routing algorithm? Okay, Yash. You can do whatever you were doing. Janil, 60.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know any routing algorithm?
In routing, there is flooding and we have only flooding, and there is distributed and all. Don't remember other.
Apart from flooding, do you remember any other name or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know any mechanism related to congestion?
We have congestion. We means in congestion means two devices tries to attempts to transfer at same time, so that because of that the packets are packets are means packets are broken, so we have congestion sense for that, and we use congestion means collision control. By using that, we means stop our connection and retrieve afterwards. Hello, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you know what is max sublayer's prime duty?
No, ma'am.
Okay, which are jobs of data link layer?
Data link layer. It is means used for don't know.
Okay. What were you doing right now?
Ma'am, ping is done, and trace RT was means commands.
Which protocol do you think is used by ping internally?
ICMP.
What is full form of ICMP?
Information message.
Go ahead. Information.
Information message protocol, or information control message, something like that.
Okay. Thank you. Arshit, 65.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. What were you doing?
Ping command, ma'am.
Isn't ping done now? You have done it last time, and today it has been 1 hour. You are still doing ping command?
I was checking all the options of ping, and also I was working on traceart before, but ma'am said all the options, so I was checking it.
So if you have 7 commands, तो આપણું છઠ્ઠું સેમેસ્ટર પતી જશે, હે ને? Okay, tell me some of the protocol names at the network layer.
Network layer.
Do you know any protocols at the network layer? Are there any protocols at the network layer?
Yes, ma'am.
Which are those protocols?
I don't remember, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know any protocols at the transport layer?
TCP.
Any other protocol?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What is collision?
Ma'am, when transmitter send 2 frames, then they collide with each other and become destroyed or become garbage. Then one that is called.
So why will transmitter send 2 frames? Will transmitter not send 1 by 1 frame? Transmitter, let's say your computer is there. Will your computer send 2 frames together?
No, ma'am.
Then did you mean that only or something else?
Like when we have a one mode and 2 frames are 2 frames are colliding with each other, then collision occurs and they become destroyed.
And do you know any routing algorithm? Can you name any routing algorithm?
distance vector routing,
Hmm.
and flooding.
Which is better, distance vector routing or flooding?
I don't know, ma'am.
Which one do you think is used on the internet? Will flooding be used? Can we use flooding on the internet?
No, I guess not.
Okay, fine. 66 Keval.
Yes, ma'am.
Keval, do you know some of the routing algorithms?
Routing algorithms.
Hmm.
That dynamic routing algorithm, then flooding, and random walk.
Okay. Random work.
Sorry, random walk.
No, I'm asking you.
Sir,
Is it
I
random work? No, I'm not confirming or telling you.
I'm the random walk.
Hmm. Okay.
Then distance vector running.
Okay. Which one do you think is better?
Mm. Don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me what is functionalities of the ping command?
Functionality of ping command.
Yes.
It is used to test ability of the source of computer to reach a specific destination computer.
Okay. So if I want to send one file, let us say I want to send a large file from one user to the other user. Can you explain me layer by layer what will happen?
Mm. No, ma'am. No, don't have any idea about that.
Okay. Do you know some names of the application layer protocols?
Application layer protocols.
Hmm.
FTP, then SMTP, HTTP, DNS,
Okay.
then okay.
At which layer do you think security is provided?
Security,
Hmm.
data link and transport layer.
Okay. Krunal?
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Krunal. Can you tell me what is security?
Security means to secure packets on network.
Okay. What is reliability?
What is
Have you heard the word reliability?
Yes, ma'am.
What is an IP address?
IP address is the internet protocol address. It is your host host means computer address which is unique on network at network layer.
Okay. What is MAC address?
So MAC address means host physical address.
Are both of them required?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is port address?
Port address means
Have you heard port address?
yes, ma'am. Port address. Don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Which command were you executing?
Ping, ma'am. Ping command.
Didn't you do ping last time?
Yes, ma'am. But more modes like -t, -a.
Shouldn't you could have done that after the laboratory last time, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me, what is congestion?
Congestion. On a network channel, capacity.
Okay. Can you tell me what is RS-232?
Means RS-232 is a recommended standard for serial communication.
What is serial communication? Will parallel communication be faster or serial communication?
Parallel communication.
Then which one is used in the practical scenarios? Serial or parallel in the real life applications?
Maybe parallel.
Okay. Yash, 68 Yash.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yash, I want to know whether the parameters are connected properly in the computer. Then which command can be used?
No, I don't know, ma'am.
I want to check hardware address of my computer. Which command should be used?
Maybe IP config. No. IP config.
Okay. What is trace-RT?
Ma'am, I'm trying, but I was not able to understand. I will try trace -r as well as trace -r google.com. I have 2-3 commands, but I was not able to understand. I have tried.
Okay. What haven't you understood?
First of all, I have tried trace-rt-d, then google.com, then it is means I'm getting the response, and then it will be request timeout. I don't know what was going, because initially I have tried ping command, then I have tried trace-rt. So I have just tried 2 or 3 commands.
Okay. Can you tell me which are some of the fields of IP header?
Payload length, maybe. And destination IP, I just know, and source, maybe source destination. I only know this one.
Okay. Is there a provision of checksum in IP header?
Yes.
Is IP a reliable protocol?
Sorry, ma'am, please.
Is IP a reliable protocol? Does IP provide
Yeah.
reliability?
Yes.
Okay. And when we are sending our data through multiple, let us say we are sending our data from source to destination, and there are multiple routes available on the way. There are many
Yes.
paths available. Then will your computer be confused? How will it send the data? Will it send to everyone?
No, sort test path algorithm. Dijkstra is there. Routing algorithm used. Dijkstra is the routing algorithm.
Oh, Dijkstra algorithm will be used.
Yes, I think. And some algorithms are also available, but I don't know more about it because in Lab 7 we used Dijkstra.
Okay, thank you, Yash.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all of you, which have you completed the trace RT command? Have you completed trace RT command, all of you? What is your status? Report your status here in the command in the chat box. Have you completed, yes or no? Trace RT. Okay, Yash has completed. What about others? Trace RT. See, trace root in Linux. Okay, so trace RT is completed, right? Trace root and trace RT is completed by many, right? So what is the function of it? Yes, what it does? What trace RT does? Okay, it used to track packets. Can you elaborate it? Can you unmute yourself and tell me?
Hello.
Hi, Yash.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, trace route is used to know that if you are requesting to google.com, then from your local gateway to google.com, how many server the packets are passed, like from my local gateway, like 192.168.021 0.1 to google.com. There are so many servers from which packets will travel. Then there is the final destination. So trace route will show me the details of that.
That's true. So what it will do, trace route will, as the name suggests, it is going to trace your route, from which routers your machine passes through, that is noted down. Okay, what is the methodology for doing so? How it actually obtains that? Question is to all, how it obtains that? What is what is the method or what is the procedure from which it obtains? So have you read about it, or you need time to read about it? Have you completed it? Do you know the method, or you want to read? All of you, this question is to all. Do you know the method, yes or no? If no, that means you have to read it. TTL. So what is the TTL method? What is the TTL method? My question is to all. Have you read about it? Have you explored it? Yes or no? If no, that means you have to explore it now. So how it is used? TTL is used. True. How it is used? Yes. And others? No, you don't see. What is my question to you? That how trace route traces the route? What is the procedure internally it does to trace the route? Right. So one question is to you. That is your assignment currently. That as I told you, just don't read it. Just don't take overview. Just read it thoroughly. Right. So yes, as as Janil suggested and Keval suggested, that sets a one for packet, two for second packet, and so on. True. So what it does, it sets a TTL to 1 for the first packet. For first, it will set TTL 1. So what will happen if TTL is 1? Who is going to discard that packet? If TTL is 1, and if I send my packet, and who will discard that packet? The first hop, the neighbor. As you can say, first hop, and other I should say that my network gateway or my default entry where my next to reach to that destination, whichever first hop I will encounter, that will be that hope is going to discard it. So if it is discarded, how will I come to know that what is the address of that that my neighbor who has discarded it? How will I come to know? I want to know its IP address, no? And my immediate neighbor who has discarded it. How will I come to know about its IP address? TTL is one, it has discarded. Fine. Now, how will I come to know its IP address? Because my job is what? I want to know IP address of my neighbor and then next neighbor and the next, next hop, next to next hop, so on. I want to know IP addresses, and that is how I will trace the route, right? Are you getting my question? Are you clear with my question? Right, try typing that packet it reached. See, Priyank, you are not getting my question. Understand my question and answer it accordingly. What is my question? Your TTL was 1, right? You generated a packet, TTL was 1. So who discarded that? Your next hope, where your packet traveled to, discarded it, right? But that it discarded, it's okay. But how will I come to know its IP address? Because my purpose was not to make it discard my packet. My purpose was to know its IP address. So how TTL setting 1 will help in knowing this IP address of the next hop? So explore that portion and let me know the answer if you have not checked yet. Okay. Next question is have you tried any option with that? No, asterisk. Okay, Janil, asterisk is not having. The asterisk doesn't indicate that packet is dropped. No, I mean not in that way. What you are understanding, asterisk has some different meaning, right? Asterisk doesn't indicate your packet, so you have to know what is the significance of that asterisk as well. Okay, so explore that portion. Have you tried any option with that? What -h will do? Maximum number of hops that are defined. Yes, specify the how many maximum hops you are going to tile. What is the default value? Yes, default value is 30. Fine. So just answer this previous question. What is the importance of asterisk? Is second question. First is how what is the internal procedure so that this the trace route will work? How the trace route is working, right? So these two questions. Next, you have to try. After this, you need to try is for Maxhoop that can be different in Linux, right? That is okay. You can use -h for Windows or now I think you can understand for Windows and Linux, functionality can be achieved by different command, but we need to understand the functionality first, right? So I hope you are clear with the functionality. Now you have to understand next command that you need to understand is root, ROUTE, root, right? It is same for Linux and Windows. So root, what it does, okay? And explore the root command, ROUTE. Next command that you need to explore is FTP. Right, so maybe FTP you will not be able to execute, but you need to understand different options available, right? So FTP is the command. Then next command is SSH, and the last command is netstate, NAT, So what are the commands now you are going to explore? Root, FTP, SSH, and netstate. SSH or telnet, you can try both of them. SSH, telnet. Okay, netstate and FTP and root command. Okay, and the two questions regarding to this trace route you are going to complete, right? So continue with your work. After some time, we will start our discussion again. No, you just wrote down. What is that? ROUTE, root command, FTP, SSH or telnet. And next is netstate, NAT. Is it clear, Yash? NAT. Fine. Now let us start with 69. Roll number 69. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Start your video.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Okay, how will you, what is MTU?
MTU. MTU is maximum transfer or transport. I don't remember right now. Maximum transfer unit, which is it defines how maximum size of data you can transport.
What is do not fragment bit?
Do not fragment bit is if do not fragment bit is set, then we cannot fragment that frame of data, and if it is not set, then we can fragment it.
Another flag is also there along with do not fragment flag. Which flag is that?
I don't remember right now.
What are the application layer protocols, you know?
HTTP, FTP, DNS.
What is CSMA?
CSMA. I forgot now. Carrier sends multiple access.
Can you explain any method of CSMA?
CSMA, there are two, CSMA CA and CSMA CD. Carrier sends multiple access with collision detection, and CA means collision avoidance. In CSMA CA, it will try to avoid the collision, and in CSMA CD, it only detect the collision.
Okay, Shweta, you continue with your work. 70.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I visible?
Yes, you are. What is stop and wait protocol?
Okay. Stop and wait protocol is a protocol for sending data from transmitter to receiver, where the transmitter stops for the receiver. It will send the data, then it will stop and stop for the acknowledgement, and whenever the receiver sends an acknowledgement, it will again send the data. So it will stop after sending a data, then it will wait for the receiver. Wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver, and then it will again send the data.
What is piggybacking?
Ma'am, I don't know about that.
Okay, what are the alternatives of stop and wait?
Selective repeat protocol, then go back and protocol.
Okay, what is go back and?
In go back and protocol, the sender sends the data, then the receiver receives, and if in between between of the transfer, if there are just a minute, ma'am, and it will again transfer the packets which are lost. Suppose a packet of 1 is transferred, then acknowledgement of 2 is received. Now, whenever the acknowledgement for that packet is not received, then that much packet are again transferred. So it will again transmit the packets.
What do you think? What are the problems with this scheme?
In go back and, ma'am, I forgot.
You can use and think. You can think logically even. No need to remember everything, right? Okay. What about? options: strict source root and loose source root?
No idea, ma'am.
What is the difference between switch and hub?
Switch and hub both are interfaces, and they are used for connection. Switch, not exactly I don't know exactly the difference, but they are DCE equipments.
Can you tell me the steps to configure the router in Packet Tracer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Palna, you can continue with your work.
Okay.
Jenny,
Yes, ma'am.
steps to configure router in Packet Tracer.
I don't remember, ma'am.
How many IP addresses a router can have?
2 IP addresses.
Why it requires 2 IP addresses?
For one IP address to receive the data and the other one to transfer, to send the data.
Does your machine receives data? Your computer?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it send the data?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have 2 IP addresses?
No, ma'am.
So why router will require 2 IP addresses?
Router requires 2 because it needs to know the source IP address and the destination IP address. So 2 IP addresses.
Is it limit? I mean, is it maximum limit that a router will have 2 IP addresses? Is it fixed? Is it maximum or is it minimum?
No, minimum 2 IP addresses.
Why do you think it is minimum? Can you elaborate where we will require more than 2?
If multiple computers are connected to the router, then and simultaneously data flows through the router, then it needs to know different source and destinations of all the of every data.
Have you tried root command? I told you to try. Have you tried?
No, not yet. I was searching for the working of trace_rt command.
What is your conclusion? Have you searched anything? Did you reach to any conclusion?
Not yet. I was still searching.
Okay. Do you know ICMP?
No, not sure.
What -L command does with ping?
Uh,
Are you using Windows or Linux?
Windows.
What -L does?
-L. I forward.
What is mode N8N1 does in RS-232 serial communication?
Yes, ma'am. 8 means 8-bit data.
What are the other options we have if not 8-bit data?
I don't know.
Okay, Jenny, you can continue with your work.
Okay, thank you.
$72.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
What is Ethernet?
Ethernet is a cable which provides internet connection to our computers.
Did you attend the lecture today?
Today, no, ma'am.
Okay. What is CSMA-CA?
Ma'am, it is a collision detection algorithm.
CSMA-CA.
CS? No, ma'am, no idea. Don't know.
What is bitmap protocol?
Don't remember, ma'am.
What does cput function does in RS-232?
She puts send the message to the receiver.
If I don't want to use cput, what are the options I have?
Send byte. Yes.
What poll comport function does?
Comport. No, don't know, ma'am.
Can you tell me the flow of, can you tell me the functions that you used in the receiver in the communication RS-232 based serial communication? Which functions in the receiver part you used?
Which functions? I guess. Poll comport was there. Open comport, I guess.
What is comport? In all cases we are having comport. What is that comport?
Right now, ma'am, I don't remember what is it.
Okay, Parth, you continue with your work. Shruti?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, Shruti. What is poll comport function in RS-232?
Poll comport receives a byte from the receiver, from the transmitter.
What are the outputs? Is it for the receiving purpose? Does it receives?
Yes, it receives a byte. Sorry, a bit.
So if I don't have that function, I will not be able to receive the data?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the output of that function?
That I don't remember, ma'am.
Okay. What does root command does? Have you tried?
No, ma'am, I didn't try that.
Can you tell me the fields of routing table?
IP address, next hop, and yes, I don't remember more of that.
Aren't you supposed to remember the things because you are in the examination?
Yes, ma'am. I forgot.
What is your conclusion? How does trace root traces the root?
I don't know, ma'am. I read, but I didn't understand that.
Do you understand TTL?
Yes, time to live.
How TTL can help in damming the flood of broadcasted packet?
That I don't know, ma'am.
Okay. 73.
Yes, ma'am.
You can continue with your answer. Can you repeat your answer?
I don't know about that, ma'am.
Can you repeat the question?
It was something about flooding. I don't remember the question, ma'am. I'm sorry.
You didn't understand the question?
Yes, ma'am.
What is flooding?
Flooding. Flooding is a routing algorithm. I don't know much.
How to configure a router in a packet tracer?
Yes, we can configure router via command line interface. The
Can
first,
you
yes,
just a second? Can you share your screen and show me?
yes, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, should I share the network I have already saved? Or
No, you are going to okay, share the network, but that command you are going to write them right now.
okay.
You can use the previously connected network. That is okay. Are you working on packet tracer currently?
Yes, ma'am. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
But this is already connected, the router with the networks.
No issues. You can reconfigure it. To configure it, I will see. I want to see the commands.
Okay. I think I'm making a mistake here. I don't know the further. It is like interface gigabit Ethernet. Then we have to IP address, and the last is no shutdown.
To do that,
actually, I don't remember what should I write. It is something 1.0 that I don't know.
so you don't know the command, right?
I know, but I don't know.
Okay, Shruti, you can continue with your work.
Okay.
74, are you there? 74, are you there? $75, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is root command? Have you tried? Have you checked?
No, ma'am. I was working on working of trace RT command.
Okay. What is the working? What is your conclusion?
Ma'am, it will send 3 packets to the destination which we have passed, and then it will note the all delays for arrival there on in between route from source to destination.
Can you repeat it? Can you tell me with more details?
It will send first to 3 packets at the destination, and then it will note the delay for arriving at the in between how many routes there are in from source to destination. It will note the delay from every route. It means route 1 to route 2. Then packet 1 will be stored the delay in for arriving there.
What is the function of trace route? Trace RT?
Trace RT.
For trace RT, whatever you call.
How many routes are there in from between source to destination?
How many or which are? Many?
Which are route?
Which are the routers, right? How measuring delay will help in that? How measuring delay will help in that?
No, ma'am, I don't. No idea.
Okay, what is do not fragment bit?
Do not fragment bit signified that this frame will be divided in any further or not. If it is 1, then there will be no division in next.
Okay, what is fragmentation offset?
No, ma'am, no idea.
Okay. What is the size of IPv6 address?
128 bit.
Why we have opted for larger IP? I mean a larger size of IP address in IPv6, and how it is helpful?
I don't know exact answers, but for a larger network, I guess.
How it will help in making a network larger? What do you think? Okay, what are the network layer protocols you have studied?
IP and ICMP.
IP and ICMP. What ICMP does?
It is an internet control message protocol, and it will send message to source whenever there are some error in sending packets.
Which kind of errors are there?
Like missing packets or something like that.
What -I command of ping does?
-I. I forgot, ma'am. No, ma'am. It is a TTL, time to live. -I command.
Can you elaborate how it is useful?
If we pass the limit of time, then we will send another packet, another message.
Suppose TTL value is 5. What is the significance? What is the meaning of it?
For 5 millisecond or 5 unit second, we wait for answer. Reply.
Okay. Okay, you can continue with your work. Now let us all of you now let us discuss regarding to trace route functionality. Did you conclude how it is, how TTL, if TTL packet, if the TTL is discarded, due to TTL the packet is discarded, how a source will come to know about the IP address? Anyone? If packet is discarded, suppose anyway, suppose don't forget about this trace RT. Just think over that if if a source adjusts some TTL, right, and it reaches to a router and TTL is expired now, and so now what is the state of router? What router does? Suppose TTL gets expired, it will discard the packet. Then suppose you adjust TTL1 to Google. Do you get any kind of message? Have you tried that by adjusting TTL1 to Google? Am I making sense to you? Am I audible to you? Suppose you write TTL -I1 in ping packet and you ping it to Google, right? So what Google, or you would go with the DDU, any other site. If not Google, then you can try with any other DDU.com, whatever you want to go for, DDU.ac.in, not com, but DDU.ac.in or website. So what kind of output are you getting? Go for geeks4geeks.com, whatever you want to try. Tell me what happens. Packet dropped immediately. So this is your thinking, or you tried that? Chintan? Try that and see what happens. In ping, adjust TTL. So no, it should not be no output, but you will get some error message as well. Are you getting any error message? Yes, TTL expired in transit, right? TTL expired message you are getting. Which protocol is responsible for that one? That message? Which protocol is responsible for that message? ICMP, true. It is ICMP, true. So will that ICMP packet contain the source address? Will that ICMP packet contain the source address? Yes. Who will be that source address? Whose address will be that address? Source address? No, sender. But who is the sender here? TTL expired message, the router, not you. Janil, not you. You sent a message, right? TTL expired. So now TTL expired. Now it is a new error message generated. Yes, router sends. So who is the sender here? The router is the sender. So can we say that from that address we will come to know who is my next hope? If I had TTL1, I will get ICMP message, no? Understood? So I'm going to get ICMP error message that TTL exceeded, and in that ICMP message there will be a sender, and that sender is of that hope who is sending that error where the TTL expired. Are you getting? So this is how it is going to help you. Are you clear with this scheme? Are you clear with the scheme? Reply is from my router IP only. Definitely, if your TTL is 1, then your next hope, whoever is, see if I am having TTL1, right? So now what will happen in my next hope, whichever is my default entry or whichever is my next hope, there my message will go and it will get expired there, and that machine, that next hope, that router is going to generate error message where it will be a source, and my machine will be destination, because error should pass from that machine to me. that should be delivered, that because it was arise there, of course that machine is the sender, right? Are you getting the case, all of you? Okay, I think so what happens, like TTL is 2 now, what will happen? So now my machine, then hope 1, that next machine, hope 2 is the next machine, right? Next to next machine. So now who is going to generate, where the error will get arise, in hope 1 or hope 2, if TTL is 2? Hope 2 will be. So now who will generate the message? Hope 1 will generate, my machine will generate, or hope 2 will generate the message? Who will generate error message? Who will say there is an error, TTL expired? Who will come to know about TTL expired? Hope 1 will come to know, or hope 2 will come to know, or source, that sender, we will come to know? Yes, it will be hope 2. It will be next, it will be hope 2, right? So hope 2 will send the error message. To whom that error message is destined to? Who is the destination for that error message? No, not hope 1, not hope 1. Hope, see, destination for it is not like that error will be that error message will be given to hope 1. Now hope 1 will again generate error message. Is it like that? The one who will ping, true, the one who will ping, right? So the sender, yes, so that error will come back to sender, like you are your TTL expired here. Are you getting the point? So destination will be the sender. The destination will be the sender, and the source will be that machine where TTL expired. In that way, you are going to come. So now what you are doing in traceroute, you are adjusting TTL in different way. So what will happen? Where TTL will get expired, the error message is going to come back. In that source IP, you are going to see that will be the next hope. That is hope 1, hope 2 IP address you can easily find out. No, it is not taking 1 millisecond to, it will be even lesser than that. It is lesser than that, not exactly 1 millisecond to next one. That depends that which kind of router, which kind of technology, where you are working on. Chintan, I'm not clear with your query here that TTL 7 it works. What do you want to say here? Hello. What was the case? In if I try TTL6, then packet gets destroyed in transit, and in my case, even 7 it get expired in transit. What exactly you are stuck in? Can you elaborate this? Actually, the network issue. I missed something here.
Hello.
Ha, Chintan. Elaborate your problem here.
Yes, ma'am. What I'm saying is, if I do trace RT, then it lists out exactly 7 hops, and and when I do the these suppose ping dash I up to anything up to 7, 1 to 6, the packet gets destroyed in transit.
What is the destination in your case?
Google.
Google is the destination, and what is the problem now you are having in trace RT? You are getting response up to 7.
Yes, up to 7 I am getting response. But if I
what
do
happens after that? What happens after that?
No, the command ends and it is better. Just a second, let me execute it again. What I'm saying is, if I'm doing trace RT google.com.
No, yes, it is not that one. We will come to that point.
4 5
See, yes. Now listen. Now, see, Chintan, listen.
So, ma'am, now I just executed the trace rt www.google.com and it stopped after listing out 7 rows.
And what kind of error are you getting?
No error. What I'm asking is it so that it takes exactly 1 millisecond for next route to get to next route? Because if I do ping-i6 google.com, then packets get destroyed. But as soon as I do it, as soon as I change it to 7, ping-i7, it is working perfectly again.
Okay, so what is the meaning of I here?
It let us define the time to live for the
What
packet.
is time to live? What is time to live?
After that much millisecond, the packet will
That's the
automatically...
concept. That is the problem there.
Oh.
That many milliseconds, it is not like that many hopes.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Understood. So that
Yes,
many
but
hopes.
when I saw the the description, it was saying -i then TTL, so I thought it was in milliseconds.
That is a problem. Number of hopes.
Okay, ma'am, sorry.
No issues. But are you clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now he is trying to say that -i TTL should be greater than or equal to number of hops in the trace route to avoid TTL. That is obviously that if you have 7 machines intermediately, then your TTL must be 7 to get your response in the ping. But if you write 6 or any way in the router, they are going to any intermediate router is going to discard it and going to send you the message. I hope it is making sense to you all. Aditya, are you also clear with that? No? Everyone is clear with this? Okay, great. Now, Yash wants to ask about Estric. What is Estric? Have you tried Estric? What it does? What Estric does? I mean, what is the significance of that? What is the meaning that it convey? See, it is not actually, yes, you can say dropped packet, but actually, for the response, we are waiting for some time, right? Like I will send the packet, I will wait for my errors. I am expecting the errors here, that ICMP, or either it will be or it will be accepted by my destination, right? Okay, can you tell me, see here, okay, as a sender, just see one major concept we have not discussed yet that we need to do, discuss it now. But listen, suppose sender sends that packet, like sender sends that packet with TTL1, right? So it is expecting some ICMP error. Okay, and from that ICMP source, it is going to find out who is my next hope, right? Then TTL2. So next to next hope, it is going to get from ICMP error. Is it clear? But so it is expecting some output from the next hope, right? So it has to, it will wait for some time for that response. It is going to receive ICMP response here. But what if ICMP response is not received in predefined time? Suppose I am waiting for 1 millisecond. In 1 millisecond, I am not receiving ICMP error, right? So I will not be able to know the next hope's IP address. I will not be able to know that IP address. I have to skip that IP address because I am not receiving ICMP error. Why I am not receiving ICMP error message here? So possibly that the host has some setting that ICMP error messages are forbidden, or they are not they are not permitted to send, or in some way that it is getting dropped. It can be anything, right? So if I'm not getting reply in terms of ICMP from the desired host, then there will be a strict, right? So you can say yes, you can say drop packet, or we can say we have not received, maybe not dropped, but in the somewhere that ICMP error message is somewhere queued. It is not dropped, but it is not received to me in certain time, and that's why they are keeping that asterisk, that before that predefined time, I have not received the response in terms of ICMP. Okay, that is okay, but how will source come to know that? See, suppose I have adjusted TTL1, then I adjusted TTL2, then I adjusted TTL3, and in that way I adjusted TTL5, and at TTL5 I reached to my destination. So will destination send ICMP error message? We are relying on ICMP error message here, na? So will destination send ICMP error message? Yes or no? Will destination send ICMP error message? No. So how will you come to know that you should not go? So you will not receive any ICMP message for your destination. Can I say so? So are you going to exceed your TTL to 6? Will you go with TTL 6? How will you come to know that you have not received the response or it is a destination? Ideally, if you are just at TTL 5 and you are not receiving the response, then you should stop. But it is possible that my response is not received because of some other reason. Right? You've seen that asterisk is somewhere in the middle. Then after few other routers, that routers are coming, and then after your destination is coming. So how will a source will come to know that I have not received ICMP error message because it is my destination, or it is dropped somewhere, or it is because of some other reason? Why should I know this? Because if I know, then I will be able to decide whether, if it is TTL5, I'm not receiving the error message. And if I know that it is not a destination, then I will go with TTL6. At least I will know 6th router's IP address, right? But if it is a destination, no need to try with TTL6. Are you getting my question? Are you clear with my question, all of you? Security purpose, secure to send details IP. Are you getting my question? See, no, yes, you are not getting my question here. See, let us take a scenario where my router is 5 hop away, right? So I will send TTL1, I will get error message. I will set TTL2, I will get error message. TTL3, I should get error message, but my error message is dropped because of some reason, right? Security purpose or whatever. My ICMP message gets dropped, right? Then if I'm not receiving the response, I will keep asterisk and I will set TTL4. I will get IP address of the 4th router. Then I will set TTL5. I will TTL5 and my destination is reached. So I will not get ICMP message here. So in 2 scenarios, I have not received ICMP message. One, where TTL was 3, because of some security reason and XYZ reasons, the ICMP message was dropped, right? And another way where my destination is arrived. How will I come to know? In the first case, what I did, I ignored that one and I incremented my TTL and I obtained 4th and 5th and 6th and so on. But in 5th, I came to know, okay, it is my destination and hence I should not increment my TTL further. Otherwise, it is infinite job. Now I will keep doing this only. Are you getting the point? So how source will come to know whether the ICMP error message is dropped or it is not sent because of destination? Are you getting my question? If it is dropped, then you should increment your TTL for the next address at least. All of you, are you clear with my question? Okay, so what is, do you know what is the solution of it? No, not extra bit. Actually, what will happen? Source will ping to the destination on the wrong port address. Okay, so whenever it will reach to destination, it will try to find out a port address which is not the correct one, right? So it will not find any port address of that type there, and what will happen? Destination will say this port address is not reachable. So whenever I will receive ICMP message which says that port address is not reachable, I will come to know, okay, destination is reached. Is it clear to you? So source will ping to destination on the wrong port address. Is it clear? So that destination will say, okay, this type of port address. Whenever you are pinging to, whenever you are connecting to your destination, you need to specify the port address, which process you want to address with. Yes or no? So if I am pinging on the wrong port address, which is not possible, which is not available at the destination, what destination will say? That type of port address doesn't exist to me, right? So for that also we are having an ICMP error message, right? So we want ICMP message from the destination itself, but it will not send TTL exceeded message. So we want to generate a different error message from it. So what it will generate, so that's why we adjusted the wrong port address, and hence destination will say, I don't have such kind of port to me. So that type of ICMP message comes, then I will come to know, okay, port address is not reachable. That means it is my destination. So I should not increment my TTL further. Is it clear? Great. So now you complete this remaining the commands and submit them. I will put the link by tomorrow. Okay. And in the next lab, we will discuss about Wireshark. Okay. So for now, you may leave.